Yeah, actually, did you see our mark? We got, I think, 80% on it.
Yeah, I think Jason actually did mention that. Yeah.
Cecilia was like, so who do you think gave us the bad grade? And I'm like, oh, I know who.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Second Year Run podcast. I'm your host, Wyatt Mason, and today, on a very special episode, we have Hayley McLeod in the studio. Welcome, Hayley.
Yay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. You're the producer on the short film that
Dinner Date.
Produced. Yeah, Travel with
Pavel, what that was
Dinner
called.
Date. Yeah.
Yes, you directed it, I produced it. Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Just in general, a lot of locations, a lot of cast in a way. I think we had one of the larger casts among the short films that were produced.
Yeah, I remember when our writer came to me being like, would you want to produce? And my instant reaction was no. I did this first year and wanted to die, right? But I liked all the aspects of it. I just didn't like doing it at BCIT because it was not fun. So I told him, what locations do you have? Because that's like the biggest thing, because that's very hard to find.
Right.
And I'm like, how many people do you want? Like, what's the whole idea here? And he's like, 2 locations. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And then, as you see, at the very end, we did not have
just 2 locations.
Just 2 locations.
No.
And our big cab scene was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, kind of interesting thing, too, about the cab scene was that it never really started from there. You know what I mean? I think with the 2 locations that were originally planned out were always just kind of maybe like an apartment or like city, maybe, and then like the restaurant or the final scene. That final scene was always like planned from the get-go.
Yeah, I don't even know if the cab was brought up in the beginning, because I knew anything in a moving vehicle, we'd need green screen.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, when we had our motion graphics class, we learned green screen, for half a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think anything of it. And they're like, oh, let's have a cab scene. I'm like a scene? Or is it going to be like a quick in and out thing? And no, it's mainly our whole film. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad it's over, but I am also glad I produced it, because then I can be like, it didn't do bad.
But when it came to the green screen, though, and just in that after effects process, it came out pretty good overall when it was projected on the screen. I think all the work that went into it just came out for a good reason. Yeah,
I think Angela did a really good job with the green screen, because I could never, under all that pressure and all that stress. I just oh my god, so much of emotion, movement, and everything. But if you watch it, several times on a smaller monitor, you'll see by Sean's hair, there's a little bit of green. But on the big screen, who's really going to see that, right? So I think she did a really good job. And I think the color was good, and the audio was good. And then Jason put it really good together as well. That's why he got the award.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy. Yeah.
I know.
During the premiere that we had, there was a little award ceremony. For people that know, there's a couple awards that go out, and we got the one, or I guess technically Jason got the one overall for Dinner Date / Travel with Pavel /
Dinner Date again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Louis' Last Hope, and then blah, 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 blah.
I still think that should have been the name. That was the one I put forward.
I liked that one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Even though all our profs, shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. I think
it's kind of like our live show. Everything was shut down.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I was very proud of the screening as soon as not even 30 seconds in, people started to laugh, and I'm like, okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. I felt just from the get-go, somehow we captured that tone perfectly, and I think also paced the jokes as well too, enough for people to actually laugh at it as well too.
Yeah.
You'd hear that it was enough for people to get ready for the next joke to come along, which
exactly. It wasn't just kind of constantly going. There was a good enough space to where I was also glad that Jason listened to me a lot of the times when I'm he's let's have him drag on the floor. I'm we don't have a stunt double. You think we can afford a stunt double?
Yeah, right.
And I'm I felt so bad, because the script is really good, right? It was really well written, and even our actors said it was really well written. And then I'm Jason, we can't have that. I'm we're broke. We can't. I'm like,
I
'cause
remember
they're-
a mannequin was
Yeah,
requested at
they're
one
so
point.
expensive.
Yeah, or a ragdoll. Yeah, something similar.
I remember because Mia's set, they had all those like little dummies, and I'm like, we should have just borrowed it from them.
Yeah, no kidding. If we knew about it.
If we knew about it.
Could have worked something out here.
I know. But yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
over now, and it's just
over
like
now.
it's kind of weird to think about.
It's weird that it's basically the end of the year and now we're going to practicum.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to think our capstone's over as well, because that was also interesting. Well, because you got to host it, so
Mhm.
at least you kind of got to have your own dialogue.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, did you have your own dialogue, or was it sadly run by?
Or well, it was. I guess it was just kind of like weird being on the sidelines and like just kind of watching it all because it didn't really feel like.
Like, come together?
Yeah, well, it worked out. Like everything was great. I was like happy. Like everybody did a great job. But it just still it just still felt weird just being only host and like nothing else.
Yeah.
Like it's like what am I don't know, what am I supposed to do? Like I'm not doing gear bookings. I'm not like operating microphones. Like I'm just like I'm very standby. So it just felt like just try to like
You did make the show, though. Like, without you, there wouldn't be a show.
right, yeah.
Right? But, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think everything kind of went pretty well. I
Mhm.
mean, I remember when the whole, what was it? The sheet, I can't remember what it's called, where you pick your role, and it's like your
Oh.
top 3.
Oh yeah, it was just
Did you have to do that, or no?
I technically did, yeah.
Really?
Just in case, I was like, because I think it was also like depending on like what the groups were too.
Oh, yes, the
Right.
little small groups.
Right.
I was very glad I did get the sketch.
Mm-hmm.
It was like either the sketch or the band profile I think I wanted to do, because I like graphics. I really do. But when it's in a school setting, I feel like it's never good enough for the professors or like up to everyone's standards. I'm very hard on myself for that stuff. So I always think people can do better than I can. I'm not going to do it. But when I'm at home, it's completely fine. Like my mom's like, how did you do this? And I'm like, oh, I learned it in class. And she's like, it's so good. And I'm like, really? Right?
I just threw this together, man. Are you sure? Like,
I know.
okay.
I'm like, it took about 2 hours of, almost throwing my computer a few times, but it worked. Yeah, I actually had to tape my computer down to my desk because, my laptop was $3,000 because, Apple. And I'm like, if I ruin this, I'll cry even more and I'll regret it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to like tape it down.
Like nails just on the side of it. Yeah.
And then, we got a new home computer. So then I'm like, I'm just going to use that. So then I can't throw it. But yeah. And then the commercial, I'm like, I don't want to do another commercial. I'm like, please no. And then even like Cecilia, Jason, they all did the commercial.
Right.
They filmed two of their cuts was actually in it, and the rest was like stock footage.
Really?
So they were pretty unhappy with how, because they wanted to be more creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was more just an edit.
Yeah, sure. Which was like, I don't know, always felt weird.
Yeah, because I remember they were like, she was telling me all these other ideas they had. And she's like, every single time it was shut down. And like poor Tavisha, she's like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Which was like also like I was getting annoyed by that too.
Yeah, and even like I saw Jason and he was just so deflated. And then Cecilia's like, we have to go back again for another meeting the same day. Right? I'm like, it's funny. This is our capstone, but it's whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That's just this course, this program. I mean, to be honest, like I do understand BCIT. You want to promote BCIT because you're learning through them, but it's also like, don't say you have full leeway. Create. This is your capstone.
Sure.
And then kind of almost take away
any of that kind of
like I love, feedback. Because then it can say what I can improve in or what other ideas, like the whole brainstorming thing that we talked about, even Busa.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of nice to get other people's opinions and eyes on the thing. But when it's those feedbacks where it's like, I don't like this. You need to do it this way. That's not constructive feedback. That's do it my way or I'm not going to give you a good grade.
Right.
So that's kind of like the last 2 years. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to get through this program, learn all I can, and go from there. But yeah, I was either in the whole thing or behind in the shadows. Never a midway.
That's why there was that moment too, I think during one of like the morning like showcases where like someone said something, one of the instructors did, and then I kind of, I'll say, I don't know.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
know this one.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
what you're talking about.
I just had a moment. I don't know how else to, like, a better way of describing it. I don't know. But, like, or combative. I got combative, I'll say.
Yeah.
Argumentative, I'll say. Which I'll be honest, I do from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also usually out of some kind of, like, I think you're interpreting this wrong. I think that you're not fully understanding what it is that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially when, like, you're saying, like, the feedback is just do it my way. Like, I don't understand it. I'm just like, well, this is what I laid it out. That's why I said it
Yeah.
the way, too. And I even said, too, like, that I don't know if anyone else feels this way. This is just how I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put this forward and say this is a little malarkey.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've done that a few times. Probably not in the big, like, public setting.
Sure.
Cause,
And I think that's probably, like, a big difference between just the two of us as well,
Yeah.
is that I'm a little bit more willing, I think, just to take that risk. I don't
yeah,
know.
where I'm just like, I'm just going to pull them aside. Because, like, I don't know. It's not that I'm like, oh, I don't want to say this because I, like, have all this, like, backbone to say it in front of everyone. But I'm
Sure,
also like,
okay.
I have a backbone, but it's also like, I don't want to say it in front of everyone because you never know what's going to happen, right? In that scenario, I've kind of sadly learned over this time where you kind of see some people that you don't know if they'll have your back or not
Mm-hmm.
throughout the year, where I've been like, I'm kind of here going to defend myself no matter what. And if, you know, like there was certain issues even during our capstone where some things were said over the intercom.
Mm.
And I did not agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wouldn't just say back on my intercom and, you know, so everyone can hear it. I would take my intercom off or like mute it and I'd see them and I'm like, you need to talk to me right now. And they're not even yelling at me. They were yelling at one of my friends or something. And I'm like, you can't say that over intercom because that's going to come back to you. And it's also, you don't know what they're doing right now. You can't just yell at them or like, yes, oh, why aren't you doing this? Oh, why is this not done now? And make them feel little, right? So there was a couple times where I did that, and I'm like, you need to take a deep breath. I'm not trying to, like, belittle anything, but I'm like, it's a student project. It's not life or death. I'm like, just take a deep breath. I'm not mad at you. I know these people aren't mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it one step at a time. Because I remember when I first started this program, I didn't take it one step at a time. I was a mess. My parents, I think, hated me for a point.
Oh my god, okay.
No, because it was well needed. Like,
Right.
I was crazy. But I didn't really bring it to school. It was only at home.
Okay.
Right? Or, like, my poor boyfriend would see it, and he would kind of just, like, be there, and he didn't want to make me more mad. And it wasn't like he was never the cause of it either. It was just I would take it out on him because we're so close, right? It's like your close ones are easiest to take your shit out on, right?
They've seen all
They've
sides.
seen every
Yeah.
side of you. So there was so many times where I thought the first year was stressful, but I actually think my whole like body and everything couldn't handle second year more.
Mm.
Especially, you know, have you heard about the Minecraft movie?
Oh god, yeah. We don't have to get like, you know what? Okay. So my problem is that like I reached like a certain like point where it's just like I just couldn't really care about the Minecraft movie. I remember when the trailer was coming out, and I'm just like I feel nothing. I feel numb. I feel nothingness towards this. I don't know what it is.
Oh
it
my
just
God.
feels. And I think I mentioned it before too. Like I love the Mario Brothers movie that came out, the animated
Yes,
one.
that one was good.
Because, you know, it was just true to the games.
Yeah.
It just felt so true and perfect and nailed everything. And when they used the game's music, it was newly composed. It sounded great and everything worked. And then I just got this feeling from, like, the Minecraft movie. It was like, that was not... I don't know. I just couldn't imagine it being a world where, like, that somehow went good. And I don't get Chicken Jockey. I don't get it. Flint and Steel,
See,
I don't...
you and me both, because I've played... People are going to hate me here. I've played Minecraft for 5 minutes of my life.
Sure, okay.
Right?
And I've played a decent amount, so now we can get the... Yeah,
No, because like
yeah.
my boyfriend plays, all of his friends play,
Sure,
right?
sure.
So all like, even in the trailer, I'm like, I don't know what any of this means.
Mhm.
And the other, like last week, they were going to go to see the movie, like I think it was on opening night. And he's like, oh, like I can bring you along. And I'm like, am I going to know any of this? And then after seeing like, because, you know, TikTok has all these clips and everything. And after that whole chicken jockey scene, I'm like, I will not go to theater for that. all, like, there was one where this people set off fireworks.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
But yeah,
It reminds me of like remember like Gentle Minions, like that. It's
oh
not that bad.
that wasn't that bad though. People just dressed up for some reason. Really
Yeah,
nice.
and I just didn't like get it. Like I just
Neither
don't.
did I.
I just don't. Yeah.
But yeah, because those two were like very different than, you know, when like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War came out. And what was it? There was another one. It's not coming to brain right now.
Maybe
Oh,
just,
the Star Wars coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the last couple of ones. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Those certain scenes, like people would get really excited and cheer and everything, but it wasn't like ruining the theater or like ruining everyone else's experience, putting their flashlight on, jumping around, throwing things. I'm like, how? Like those poor those poor employees and everything like that. Or those poor people that are actually watching it and they want to watch it.
Right, yeah.
Right? But yeah, I have no interest to watch it at a theater. I think I'll watch it at home when I can get it for free. And then even then, I don't know, because I don't think I'm going to understand any reference.
Exactly. Right, yeah. I feel like, too, like, I don't know. I'm still somebody who likes to go to, like, a movie theater. I just like that experience. I like being in the theater. I like having such a large room dedicated to, like, watching movies in a way. It feels nice, and the popcorn and the drink, and you go with your friends, and it's, like, a good atmosphere. But then, yeah, sometimes it's just, like, went to go see, a while back, we went to go see Die Hard during the winter break.
Yes.
And it was just like and I love Die Hard. It's one of my favorite movies for sure. I think it's just really
It is a good movie.
There's like this guy in front of us. We went to go watch the movie who was just like yelling and clapping and cheering at like all the little moments. Like all the little moments that like you like to like smile and smirk about and like haha, that's good. I love this movie. He was just like over the top with it. But it was good because at one point I went to go up and use the bathroom and grab a drink and then come back but in the theater that we were watching it at, it was an older theater and it didn't have like the alley like lighting.
Oh no!
So I couldn't see where my spot was, but I knew I was sitting behind this big guy, so I was just waiting for him to like react to something, and then I found my spot.
Oh my god, that's awesome! I remember one time I went to a concert with my friend. And it was like the first time going without like any family members, because I was just follow their direction normally. So they're like, oh, let's go find our seats. So like midway, like just before the concert started, so they had their pre-acts and everything like that. And so we got up and I'm like, I don't know where our seat is when we came back, because it was just dark. Like normally there's lights on, but it was dark. And I'm like, do you remember where we were sitting? She's like, you have the tickets? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know where. So I like had to awkwardly find someone, because the guys normally are there to guide you to your seat.
Yeah.
The man wasn't even there. He was talking to someone, and I'm like, can you tell me where my seat is? And he's like, weren't you just here? And I'm like, you're not supposed to remember who I am.
And you're like, listen, buddy, this isn't answering the question. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry. They're so less. I'm trying to word this properly.
Sir, I'm sorry I'm stupid, but can we just like move past it?
Like oh my god. I feel like BC Place is so much more like security. And then Rogers is like, you're there? Okay, you're there. Right? Like, I went to Coldplay, I guess almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I remember.
That's crazy. Best concert I've ever been to. Like,
my sister, I think, went to that, yeah. There's
been good ones. Like, I went to my favorite artist, Olivia Rodrigo, and Coldplay I still liked better. It's a whole different atmosphere. It was so good. But, like, I remember they have certain limits for the bags. Whereas Rogers Arena, you can have a little bit of a bigger bag. I didn't realize you needed, like, a fucking wallet, basically, to walk in a BC Place. I'm like, I live in, like, the suburbs.
Yeah.
You expect me to drive my car part way, SkyTrain the rest, because I don't like driving in Vancouver, and the parking is horrible.
Exactly, yeah.
And to just bring a wallet? No! So yeah, she almost confiscated my bag.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
And then luckily one girl that like saw me way back in the line, who was security, she's like, no, like she's fine, like next time, blah blah blah.
Yeah, just so you
right?
know. Yeah.
And then I totally forgot my Swiss Army knife was in my bag. So I'm like, fuck, this is the one I got from Switzerland. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. So, like, luckily it was kind of like just one of those keychain ones. Like, I got my parents 2 Swiss Army knives when I was in Switzerland, and it had their, like, names ingrained in it, and it was, like, really, like, bulky, and it had everything. I'm like, yeah, I think I would gone back home If it was like that, because I'm like, when am I going to go to Switzerland again, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you can take it. It's fine. I don't need it. But yeah, I feel more safe at Rogers than BC Place, which is weird because
people aren't trying to bring Swiss Army knives in. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't try to. It's just a very thing. I remember I had like my hand sanitizer bottle, and they're like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Hand sanitizer," and they're like, "It's not alcohol," and I'm like, I don't even know how to open the lid on it.
Well, also, sir, it does also say technically that it is like 99% or whatever. So like, I mean,
I could drink it if I want to.
So like, I know that's not the question you're asking, but just in the case of semantics,
it's like if you bring a whole thing of Lysol wipes with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
This is to sanitize my hands, but maybe I'll want it for the alcohol.
Yeah, sure, exactly right. Yeah.
Oh, I remember back then when Trump said, bleach, Lysol wipes, and Tide Pods can cure COVID.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
Oh,
it still is.
It
still is. We're still there.
I can't believe 2020 was 5 years ago.
Yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just insane. But enough of politics, because I hate that topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to school, because I feel like we keep going off.
Yeah, no kidding. It's okay. Because what I want to ask you is, what did you produce in the first year?
Oh, our 30-second commercial.
The 30-second commercial. Okay. And what did you do for the comm project? Where were you on that?
The comm project. Oh my God. Oh, that one. I was a camera operator for that one.
Okay. So producing, camera operating, that seems to be
my two things
your
mainly.
2 things, yeah.
I remember when I came into this program, it was camera operation and editing, and that's all I wanted to do.
Right.
But then, after Avid and a couple other things, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to edit. This is too much stress. This is too much brain damage to me. I think if it was like Premiere Pro and we get along. It's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a lot of errors where I'll go into my project and I'm like, why is half of it deleted? This is not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then Avid, I never want to use that again. So Pro Tools as well, fuck that. I don't like audio. I mean, to be honest, audio in person, not as bad as post audio. Because I'm just not good at post audio.
Yeah, location audio versus, post audio.
Yeah, it's different. Okay. I rather do audio over lighting. I thought when I got into this program, like, maybe I'll like DOP. Nope. Nope. I remember I was forced to do DOP when we did the Bob's Coffee. And I'm like looking at the paper and I'm like, why the fuck does it say DOP? And then I see our professors and he's like, so you're DOP today. And I'm like, why'd you do this to me? We knew you weren't comfortable with this position. I'm like, why did you do this to me? I'm like, I'm going to be horrible. Everyone coming to me, I'm like, I don't know. Just go do this. Go ask someone else. Full on panic. And then they're like, you did a good job. And I'm like, really?
Are you sure I did?
I think you're lying to me here.
I think you're just trying to make me feel good. That's what I'm thinking.
I think you just want me to not complain anymore. But yeah, no, I don't know, because camera operation and producing is very different, right? I mean, one's production, one's pre-production. I mean, a lot of people think pre-production, like, that's all producer does. It's not. They're like pre-production, production, and post-production because they have to like manage everything and all the expenses and everything like that. It's kind of a nightmare, especially when you're the main contact for everyone. But yeah, out of the commercial and the comms project, I like the comms project better. I remember when that ended, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this again. And I told everyone that. And then when I say, oh yeah, I'm producing again, everyone's like, what the fuck? I thought you had like a whole rant. And I'm like, yes, I did.
I thought you swore it off.
I did swear it off.
Well, hopefully I wasn't as controlling.
No, because...
Okay, good.
I mean, a lot of the things that, like, I would come to you with, or, like, I'd come to Jason for, you guys would listen to me. Because a lot, like, I felt like I was more of the realist, being like, okay, I know you guys want this, but we can't afford it, or, like, we can't do that for a student film, or we can't get this look at, like, getting New West, I was really sad we couldn't get it. But I think if we had, for one, more money, not being in school, and then having that building would have really helped us, because it would have looked even better. I think
if we even maybe... And I think this is what you're right with the more money, but I think if we even went to like 2 different like New West locations, I think would have been like for the best. Because I liked that when we were looking at, I liked it. It would have been good for a couple of scenes. Yeah. But then just for distinction, because my worry for that was always going to be that an audience member is going to look, they're going to realize this is the same segment, just like moved around, because of how tight it was all going to end up being. And then I think there's then like the weather concerns, because when we ended up filming, it was
supposed to snow.
And then it did. Like
it
literally,
did snow, and it was snowing on our night shoot actually.
Absolutely. So that and it was still the same day too that we were all planning it for. Like we were all planning it. Even when we changed, when we pivoted, it was still all the same night. So
I remember a lot of people were very hard on me for the locations, and because was it the Monday or the Tuesday where we went to the apartment scene?
I think that was Monday, because I think it snowed on Sunday.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But
oh no, it would have been Tuesday.
Oh yeah, because we still had class Mondays.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Tuesday, and I remember I had so many people coming at me being like, so are we canceling? Are we rescheduling? Are we doing this? And in a everyday real life scenario, I'd be like, yeah, we're going to cancel and reschedule. But having so limited time and everything like that, I'm like, it's not snowing anymore. The roads are clear. I'm not canceling. And I had so many people being like, are you going to reschedule? Are you going to do this? And I'm like, no, because
there was no way we could.
I'm like,
yeah.
We can't. Like, we just can't. And I'm like, if it was snowing, I'd have to reschedule.
Sure, yeah.
But it wasn't.
Choice, yeah.
Right?
We had intermittent, and it was, like, literally, it was so intermittent that it would be, like, we would move gear was when it would snow, and then we would film, and it would be totally fine.
Yeah.
There was not a shot that we filmed that there was snow falling, that it wasn't like we pointed the camera because we wanted to get the B-roll just in case.
Which you know they shot down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they hated it.
But we still got it.
We still got it.
Yeah,
though.
in case we needed it for a continuity thing. But I think also when you watch that final one, you don't really notice it. I think we put enough of a mood and an atmosphere, and we say that it's February 2026, and
it makes sense that there might be snow on the ground.
Absolutely, yeah,
right.
Yeah. And then you go to a different part, and there's nothing. That's what happens in Vancouver. That's how it works.
Exactly. Like, when he was in the cab, it stopped snowing. When he was out of the cab, it started snowing. Like,
sure, why not?
It's just his luck, right? Louis has no luck. I remember that was up for topic for our title as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I remember Kieran coming up to me and being like, are we changing our title? I'm like, I fucking hope so. I'm like, I don't like this. And I'm like, I know it's going to hurt people's feelings. But when all our profs are like, oh my God, we love travel with Pavel, I'm like, why?
I think, I don't know. This is going to be something, too, I'll say as well. If you're a future attendee of BCIT listening to this, probably not. But, if don't ever do something for the instructors. And I feel like even with this Capstone project that we talked a little bit earlier, that was my theory, going into it.
Yeah.
Was that, I'm not going to do this because
that's how exactly they want it.
Absolutely, right? And I feel like that was with the naming thing, or with I think some of the writers felt with their scripts they were writing, was that it wasn't, they were trying to please people who maybe just weren't going to get it.
And that's why I was very glad after a good amount of time of actually having either group meetings or just one-on-one conversations with our own team. I'm don't change it because the profs want to change it. You have something really good written down. Bruce says you have something really... He's our writing teacher. Listen to him, not the other ones.
Yeah.
Right? They can, give us feedback, but it doesn't matter if they don't like it. Do we like it? The whole Valentine's Day part.
Sure,
They wanted us to take it out, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, the whole time they were
especially on our screening, how big that screen was.
Sure, yeah.
I think everyone could read that. It said Valentine's Day.
And every single time we even asked people, unprompted, we literally would segment it out and be do you know what day it is? Yeah, Valentine's.
Exactly.
And then even in the little commercial, I make sure to say the line Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm glad after a while we did not change the script.
And it's snowing, and it's supposed to be February.
I know.
Anyways, okay.
You're hold on here. But yeah, I kind of got to the point where even I remember last year. Did you do the music video or the SSL?
I did a music video, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to do the music video, but then I knew I didn't have enough time, and I didn't have anything booked over spring break, so I had to do it the day before spring break.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I may have mentioned it before, but I literally I shot half my music video on, the day the music video was due, and then I shot the other half the day after the The raw footage. Like you were supposed to
I
edit the
feel
raw
like I
footage.
overheard this.
Yeah. So I did it on the day of, and I did it the day after. But then I also edited the music video within like 2 to 3 days. So I also ended up getting like bonus marks for handing it in early.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
nice.
Anyways, listen. One time I did a French project in grade 9. I started the French project after like I was supposed to hand it in. Listen,
It's fine.
it's fine. It's okay.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Nothing matters. Life doesn't matter. It's fine. It's okay.
You pass, you pass. That's all that matters.
Anyway, sorry. You're in music video though.
So yeah, so I wanted to do it, and I was like coming up with ideas, but I'm like, I know I can do it, but in this short amount of time, with still having the lighting thing, and still like Kiana and I still have to do our scene recreation. I'm like, I'm doing the SSL. And I texted my friend, I'm like, you're my model. So you need to bring something that is interesting so we can talk about it. Right?
Sorry, that's good. I like this. Anyway,
But I remember in their like bolded letters, they're like, don't have any of your voice doing the interview questions. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then when I started putting things together, there was something really like interesting, because I've seen other people do this as well in their like interviews or their projects, where you'd ask a question and there'd be a laugh or something like fun that you wouldn't normally put in an interview. So you put it at the very beginning, and then you put the title, and then it cuts to the actual thing.
sure, yeah.
So I'm like, I want to do that. Like, this is fun. I still got a really good mark, and no one said, oh, she had her voice, blah, 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 blah. Right? So I'm like, see, I didn't listen to them, and I still got a good grade.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So a lot of the time, even with, like, a lot of our editing projects, there's like, oh, do it this way. And I'm like, I don't like it this way. It's stupid.
This is bad this way, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
remember our Bob's
Yeah.
Coffee? Perfect example.
Sure.
I remember our editing teacher saying, you're the editor. You can read the script, but you're the editor. You make it your own, right? So I took that to heart. And I'm like, I'm going to make this technically almost a trailer and make it a horror film. So I made it basically, because you were, Bob.
Oh, was this the one with me?
Yes.
Oh, God. Sorry. That one is so...
First my coffee, and now this.
I hate that. Because I had to edit that one, too, and I hated hearing myself back so much. I was like, oh, my fucking God.
But yeah,
This guy's got the worst voice ever. If this guy ever starts a podcast...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But, like, literally, like, everyone did exactly, like, script by script, line by line, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking make it all over the place. And I made it into a trailer, and I think it worked. Was that something?
Oh, I think it bumped the table, so hopefully... So if you heard that in the microphone, I'm sorry.
ASMR.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I did a lot of things what they wanted, but I'm also like, well, I'm supposed to be some sort creative for this, so I'm gonna put a spin on it or something like that, which... A lot of the thing. I remember a couple of things for even the producing. They're like, you need to do it this way. And I'm like, well, I don't like this way. Like, the biggest thing, they gave us a template for their scheduling, how they wanted to document. So I did it. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing to schedule. Like, I'm so confused right now. Like, because Kiana did it in first semester. So I messaged her. I'm like, how do you do this? And she's like, oh, it's like this. And I'm like, what? So I did it to the best of my guess abilities. And... I handed in, and you were there at the meeting, but he's like, I don't like the schedule, and I'm like, well, this is the one you gave me, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, this is your template.
I do remember this, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I make a new template? Please, just not this. And I'm like, okay. So, I mean, the template I made, I think I was still kind of confused with my own template, but it looked a little bit better instead of just colored dots. But, yeah.
I think that's, like, one of the better things about the instructors here is that they do sometimes listen, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that was
Sometimes.
I think that was even something that, like, once again, the editing instructor even mentioned about you, is that, like, you're going to be a great producer because you're a great lawyer. You are always looking at, like, all the tiny details and, like, correcting things and sending things in and, like, revisions.
Yeah.
So, like, I think if you show yourself as being, like, competent or, like, capable, they're willing to, like, hear you out.
Kind of bend a bit more.
Yeah, and being like, well, maybe this is a better way because you're clearly learning. You're taking something in and you're getting something out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're willing to play. They're willing to play ball, but you gotta...
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, during this capstone we had, there was certain things, and I think it's like me and one of the profs seemed to get along pretty well because he kind of... I'm like fully opened. I'm like, this is what you're getting. You know, this is my personality.
Yeah.
If you don't explain something properly, I'm gonna tell you, kind of thing, right? So like, because I was technical director, I remember the SFU games being technical director, but I also had 3 other people setting everything up with me, and then I also had the professor telling this is why this goes into here, this is why this goes into here, this is for your monitor, set it up on this table, blah blah blah. But it was all in one area. It wasn't, oh, we're gonna have the set down here, and then you have to go all the way upstairs into control room and the other room, and I'm like, how do I do this?
Yeah, signal flow was a little...
I was so confused, and they're just like, one of the profs is like, why don't you know this? And I'm like, you didn't teach me this, right? Whereas like, that's why I'd only ask the one I'm comfortable with questions. Like, I wouldn't go to any other professor during the capstone. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to him because I know he's, you know, he'll help me and actually answer my questions.
Yeah, receptive. Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember, like, because, I mean, the capstone for me, like, it wasn't that bad. Like, the first, like, our sketch and everything, that was fun. And then, like, all that planning and...
Because I mentioned it too, but you're also camera up on that one as well, too.
Yeah. I was so excited until someone who knows who he is told me it's gonna be all shoulder rig. And I'm like, what? It's 8 pages long and it's gonna be all shoulder rig? 8 to 10 hours later, I'm like, why is this not hurting anymore? But luckily I had a wonderful first AC helping me a lot of the way after the first 2 hours, because I'm like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die.
It's going to happen. I'm gonna fall on this carpet. Yeah.
I remember even like one of the profs came in and I was sitting in the computer lab on the table, moved the computers, and I'm like, please don't say anything. I'm like, I'm gonna put everything back. But yeah, I feel like I've kind of done quite a bit of positions, and I've really known, like, oh, I'll never do that, or maybe I'll do that, or no, I'm not gonna do that again, right? But I remember I was nervous for our live show day, because especially when they're like, we're gonna stream it, and I'm like, no, we're not. I'm like, what? Like, everyone on downstairs is like, oh my god, we're gonna stream. I'm sending it to everyone I know, and I'm like, don't do that. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, because any mistake I do, they see it through their computer or something. I'm like, I am the technical person doing this, right? And I'm like, it's fine, it's gonna be fine. And then like, everyone's like, you're doing a good job, and I'm like, I really appreciate that, because I don't feel like I am. Then again, our lovely communications teacher has seen in my progress report video of how I procrastinate and, you know, don't believe in myself. There's a 5-minute video that's supposed to be 60 seconds long. Submit. I literally filmed that thing, I think, 5 different times, and I'm like, why are they all going almost 5 minutes?
This is supposed to be just 60 seconds, man. It's just a quick catch up. Yeah.
I know. I roll bullet points too, and I'm like, why am I fucking rambling? This is not normal.
He like pulls out like a couch for you to sit on. He's got a little notepad.
I literally put in the comments, I'm like, I'm very sorry. This is 5 minutes long. I really hope this doesn't affect my grade.
You can just watch the first 30 and last 30
exactly,
seconds, and you'll probably still get the full picture.
It's like, this is the project. This is what I'm doing. At the end, I'm proud of myself.
That's it.
That's all you need. I couldn't do that. I needed to explain him rehearsing day and show day and everything. But yeah, I'm happy it's done. I'm really happy a lot of it's done, and we get to just go into practicum and then graduate.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
Isn't that exciting? I mean, it's also kind of scary. Because are we actually going to get work?
Right, yeah. Who knows? That's like, I'm just like still doing like just my retail job, and I'm just like, hopefully I'm not here for like another...
I don't want to work at Dairy Queen anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be here for another 5 years. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love my manager. She is awesome. She's known me since I was 14. But it's also like...
It's time to move on.
I need more money.
And the Dairy Queen is not providing. The Dairy Queen provides a lot, but not enough to move out.
I need more than $18.86 an hour. 85, sorry.
That's not too bad, honestly.
It's not. It's because I'm a supervisor, so
Sure,
I get a little bit more.
But still, yeah.
Yeah, summer Dairy Queen, it's a nightmare. Too many children. Too many mean people.
And not enough ice creams.
The ice cream melts. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, isn't it nice working there when it's like nice and cold? And I'm like, it melts. We have a freezer that we barely can go into because it keeps getting hot. I lock myself in the freezer sometimes. I'm like, don't open it, please. It just gets so hot there.
Just need a moment.
I need a moment.
Thank you for coming on to this episode of the podcast today. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for listening to my rambles.
Yeah, exactly. And not just me. Everyone else that was listening to this episode. Yeah.
As you can see, I like to go off topic. It's just my brain. It's going here, 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 here.
Yeah, next time I'm going to have to start like charging you by the hour. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, what is it? An hour and 3-4 minutes right now?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I have to pay you extra now.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Second Your Own Podcast. We hope you have a good rest of the day, wherever that might be. Second year run. What?